In this question, we have 4 over x squared plus 7x plus 12, and where we are finding the domain, but now we have to factor. So our top is just 4, there's nothing to factor there, but our bottom is x squared plus 7x plus 12, a trinomial, so we're able to break it down. And if we do that, we have x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 4. And if you need a review on this, you can go back and watch a factoring video. So when finding the domain of two groups, when you have two groups in the denominator, you want to set each one not equal to 0. So x plus 3 is not equal to 0, and x plus 4 is not equal to 0. And then solve for x. And again, when you're having a not equal sign, just treat it same as an equal. You can subtract, divide, multiply normally. So I'm going to subtract 3 to both sides on this side, where x is now not equal to negative 3. And if I do the same on the other side, subtract 4 to both sides, x is not equal to negative 4. So I have two answers for my domain where x is not equal to negative 3 and x is not equal to negative 4. And this is because if we plug in these values for the denominator for x, we will get a 0 in the denominator. If we plug in a negative 3 here, it'll be 0 times negative 3 plus 4. All of this denominator will be 0, and we can't have 0 in the denominator. Same thing, if we plug in a negative 4 here, this group will turn into 0 multiplied by whatever this will be when we plug in a negative 4, making the whole denominator equal to 0. So we can't have that. And now if we were to write this in interval notation, we want to make sure that we have negative infinity up until negative 3, union, because that's only explaining this. And then we also want to make sure that we capture, actually, negative 4, if I do this in order. If we have negative 3 and negative 4, you always want to make sure you're listing your interval notation from the lowest number to the highest number. So negative infinity to negative 4, union with negative 4 to negative 3, union with negative 3 to positive infinity. And that's how you would write both of these in interval notation. It's covering every real number except for negative 3 and negative 4. And that's also why we use parentheses. Brackets mean that you're including the number. So make sure that with domain you use parentheses.